Well, the most common retirement worry is running out of money. There's two other big concerns: losing a daily rhythm or being bored. What if I told you that there is a simple ancient secret to keeping life vibrant, full of anticipation, and deeply fulfilling? I learned about this from an Ayurvedic practitioner, and I gotta tell you, I have been enjoying life so much more ever since. It has to do with living in harmony with the seasons. Do you remember when you were a child in the weeks leading up to Christmas, that anticipation? Each day, knowing that something magical was coming, opening a tiny window in the Advent calendar, getting to do things that only happen at Christmas time. What if you could experience this same feeling 4 times a year? That's what living in harmony with the season feels like to me. You're not supposed to live the same way all year long. And it's one of the hidden reasons why life starts to feel a little flat. We eat the same foods, we keep the same schedule, we accept the same level of output from ourselves. And despite the fact that we isolate ourselves from like the temperature extremes by living indoors, our bodies still feel the effect of each season. Right now it's wintertime here in Kentucky, and it's been cold for weeks, and I'm actually loving it. The other day, I noticed like little tiny snowflakes. They look like little tiny prisms like falling from the sky when I was out walking. And things like candlelight feels different this time of year, doesn't it? I mean, I love candles year round, but in the winter, they seem to offer this deeper level of warmth and ambiance to me than the rest of the year. When you slow down enough to notice these things, winter doesn't feel bleak. It feels intimate. And then there's food. We live in a time where you can eat almost anything any month of the year, but a tomato in February, it's just not the same. Now in August, a tomato right from the farmer's market that's been ripened on the vine, that's a completely different experience. Part of what makes it magical, I think, is that you waited for it. Right now, I'm still thoroughly enjoying the soups and the stews, the root vegetables, all the hearty dishes. They feel grounding, but I can already start to feel that shift coming. I'm already starting to notice that I'm starting to crave greens, and then looking forward to asparagus and more fresh berries, rhubarb. I only eat rhubarb when it's in season, and because of that, it feels special every year. When you eat seasonally, you don't just nourish your body, you build this anticipation, and with it, you get an extra dose of enjoyment. And what's even better, your body appreciates this rhythm as well. In winter, you naturally need a little bit more density, a little more fat for warmth. Even a little more sweetness can be tolerated in late autumn and early winter because everything is so dry on the inside and out. But when spring arrives, when the rains come, if we do keep eating heavily and things with a lot of sugar, that's when the congestion really starts to show up. You get more mucus, you feel more sluggish. Whereas the spring greens and the bitter foods, they can gently support your liver after the heaviness of winter. It's almost like a built-in seasonal cleanse. And then summer, cooling, light foods, they can help us regulate our body temperature. A salad sounds really refreshing in the middle of summer as opposed to unappealing like it might in the winter. Your cravings really shift because your body is intelligent about what it needs. Living seasonally, it's not about setting these strict rules for yourself, though. It's about your relationship with nature, your body, and your mind. And this is actually one of the pillars inside my smart living framework that I teach in my lifestyle redesign for retired women course. The S stands for seasonal and simple. And in the last video, I actually had talked on simplicity. So if you're just watching this one for the first time, you might want to check that one out. When we align our lives with the natural rhythm of the year, everything just begins to feel less forced and more intuitive. We don't push ourselves in the winter. We don't ignore the energy that comes with spring. And we allow that extra playfulness in the summertime. We move energetically with the seasons. And that shift alone changes how retirement feels as well. When you retire, you can shift your morning routine each season so that you can watch the sunrise each day if you want to. I love starting my day with the sun. And it's easier now to do the activities that we crave in each season. Suddenly, you don't have to find the time to spring clean, and you can enjoy gardening when the sun is shining without hoping for it to shine on the weekend for you. And in the winter, there's now time for cozying up in the middle of the day for some reflection time. When you're retired, you control your schedule, and aligning it with seasonal activities, it really gives you the structure and the rhythm that went away when you stopped working. It's about watching the snow fall and lighting the candle, waiting for the ripe peaches, and listening to your body's messages about what it needs. It's really looking forward to what each season has to offer instead of just living one long flat year after another. Instead, you get 4 segments of time, 4 renewals, 4 waves of anticipation, if you will. Just like when you were a child, counting the days down until Christmas because you can't wait to experience it all again. If you want to get started on seasonal living, here's a couple things that you could try. The first thing is to strive to eat most of your fruits and vegetables in the season that you can get them in the farmer's market. And then secondly, when you take a walk, notice what's happening in nature. Ask yourself how you could mimic this. In winter, not much is happening. So it's a really good time to be reflective, to build your energy reserves, and to really be able to let loose once spring arrives and you get that spring fever feeling. Go ahead and let the seasons shape you a little bit, and you just might find that life starts to feel magical again. Thanks for watching.